Hey, so you guys remember when I did that episode where I said the Chicago Cubs needed to boost their bullpen up and that was going to be a main key focus in this season? Well, the first domino just dropped in who they're going to be using this season in the bullpen. And guys, I really, really like this pickup. Let's talk about it. Welcome in, y'all. This is a breaking news episode. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in. This will be one of our shorter episodes. It won't be super long, but I did want to acknowledge this because it did happen, and it is important because this could be an important piece in the Chicago Cubs bullpen. And he was not just signed for 1 year. He wasn't offered just, a AAA deal where he could be offered to come to, the Chicago Cubs spring training or something like that. Like, this is actually a signing and a deal. He will be coming out of the bullpen for the Chicago Cubs. Who am I talking about? If you have not heard already, the Chicago Cubs are in agreement on a 2-year deal with the option for a third year for Cubs, for a veteran pitcher, Phil Maton, who most recently had a deal and pitched for the St. Louis Cardinals, is where he started last season, and then got traded over to the Texas Rangers. Will Salmon of The Athletic confirmed and added more information on this deal. So he's a right-hand pitcher, and the Chicago Cubs are in agreement on a 2-year guarantee with a club option for a third year. So yeah, man, like I said, Phil Maton is going to be a Chicago Cub, it looks like, for the foreseeable future. Chicago Cubs lock him down for 3 years, basically, 2, and then the option for a third. This reported deal for Maton is the first time the Cubs signed a relief pitcher to a 2-year deal or longer since Craig Kimbrell in 2019. There's a high degree of validity from year to year with relievers, and Jed Hoyer's front office has been adept at finding diamonds in the rough for the bullpen. So, listen, like I said, this is one of those deals where the Chicago Cubs are looking to try to make magic happen with a pitcher that has a great opportunity to do strikeouts. Like I said, to get outs, he is very good. He has some swing and miss stuff. However, he is not a fastball, high velocity type pitcher. His fastball taps out at 90 miles per hour, y'all. If that, barely hitting that. So you look at him. This is a guy that turns 33 in March. And was one of the game's top relievers last season, splitting time between St. Louis and the Rangers, as I told you before. The right-handed posted a 2.79 ERA in 2025 with a 106 whip, 22 holds, and 5 saves. He also struck out 81 batters in 61 and a third innings. Good for a whopping 11.9 K9 strikeout rate. What's interesting about Maton is not just his success, but how he gets hitters out. In an age where everybody in baseball is chasing velocity, Maton is zigging while his peers are zagging. He ranked in the 3rd percentile in fastball velocity at 89.6 miles per hour in 2025, but his Baseball Savant page is littered with dark red in most categories, which is actually a really, really good thing. He was among the best in the game at inducing swing and misses at the 98th percentile and limiting hard contact at the 99th percentile and hard hit percentage. The underlying numbers show Maton's career season was for real. His 0.195 expecting batting average sat in the 95th percentile in the MLB in 2025. Maton signed with the Cardinals as a free agent this past March, and after a strong start to the season, he was dealt to the Rangers at the trade deadline. He spent 9 seasons in the big leagues, pitching for the Astros, Padres, Guardians, Rays, and Mets, in addition to the Cardinals and Rangers. Over his career, Maton has a 3.98 ERA and a 1.26 WHIP in 478 games he's appeared in. He also has extensive postseason experience. This is huge here. Pitching 26 games in October with a 2.57 ERA. Maton helped pitch the Astros to the World Series in 2021, tossing 5 scoreless innings against the eventual champion Atlanta Braves. The Cubs needed bullpen help this offseason as most of their core relievers have departed this fall. So Brad Keller, Caleb Thielbar, Drew Pomeranz all hit free agency, while the Cubs traded Kittredge back to the Baltimore Orioles. That just left Daniel Palencia as the team's only high leverage holdover from last season. So Maton figures to complement Palencia in the bullpen and provide a veteran presence for the back end arms. So listen, how does he get his strikeouts? What does he use? Like I said, he's a huge whiff guy. What does he use? It's that curveball, man. He has a curveball that is ridiculous for inducing the amount of swing and miss potential that he gets. So again, he is somebody that is going to induce a lot of swing and miss, and a lot of soft contact, not giving up a lot of hard contact. He generates a lot of whiffs, and his 32.5% strikeout rate ranked in the 95th percentile last season. So again, this 2-year deal, we're going to get 2 looks at Maton. And he's somebody that, again, comes into the Chicago Cubs bullpen and offers immediately not only a veteran arm, but also somebody that is going to help the Chicago Cubs team, hopefully in the postseason again. His curveball is his money pitch. He throws it the most, and it gets the best results once again. So the pitching types that he offers, he has a curveball, he has a cutter, he has a sweeper, he has a sinker, he has like I said, those pitches are all the types of pitches that he's able to throw to induce this swing and miss that allows guys to strike out. So I'm not mad about it at all, y'all. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Chicago Cubs, how they build up this bullpen. I know this is going to be a huge part of what they do. So listen, let me know your guys' thoughts on Maton. I don't think they announced how much they signed him for. I was trying to find that. We haven't gotten word on how much they signed him for, but I don't believe it was a large deal. Like I said, but once we know what they signed him for, I will then announce that too on one of these episodes. But listen, let me know your thoughts. This is the first domino for the Chicago Cubs. The first free agent signing for the Cubs is Phil Maton, and he will be a part of the Chicago Cubs roster. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. Until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.